Ladies and gentlemen, good morning and welcome to H.O.SBis TV, the tallest man in Black Africa. William Ruto is expected to land in Kenya from Addis Ababa, where the heads of state had met over some deliberations. But the most funny thing is that he has called what he is calling a special cabinet meeting that is going to take place in Naivasha. I'm told already almost all the CSs and the PSs, including the heads of parastatals, are in Naivasha. And there is panic, serious panic. And in this video, ladies and gentlemen, I want us to look at tomorrow's special cabinet meeting. In fact, it's been called Extraordinary Cabinet Meeting. What is likely to happen here, ladies and gentlemen? Or why is it called? Why is it being referred to as an extraordinary cabinet meeting? Number one, in my view, William Ruto is likely to fire some cabinet ministers. According to me, most likely, and I could be right, I could be wrong, most likely, he has a list. Akona orodha ya wale ambao anataka waende nyumbani, na akona orodha ya wale mawaziri ambao anataka wawe katika baraza la mawaziri. In fact, don't be surprised if akienda pale anawaambia kwa heri. Don't be surprised after that meeting, William Ruto is likely kuambia buriani wa mawaziri, mmefanya kazi and I'm going to consider you in some other positions. That is something that is very, very likely. Number two, in my view, this is nothing but drama. It is drama that is being acted by Kenya Kwanza much after they have realized that they have lost the popularity, baada ya kugundua kwamba wamepoteza ule umaarufu ambao walikuwa nao. Now they must come up with something that is going to capture the attention of the nation. This is very much deliberate. In fact, you may discover, you may realize that hakuna jambo la maana ambalo litatokea pale. You may realize that after all, this is nothing but hogwash. This is nothing but bullshit. This is nothing but a way of trying to capture the attention of Kenyans. Because you see, what is happening, ladies and gentlemen, ni kwamba watu wengi hawataki kujua serikali inafanya nini. Watu wengi hawataki kujua kama William Ruto is going to visit which county. Wengi wako tu pale wakigojea tu jua litue, na ni baada ya jua kuchomoza. That's where they are. And according to them, things are not likely to change. So people are completely fed up with William Ruto, and he's very much aware about this. So this cabinet retreat, the extraordinary cabinet meeting, is meant to achieve that. The other thing, in my view, is that William Ruto is under pressure. He is under pressure to perform from the Bretton Woods institutions. The World Bank is on his neck. And the IMF, the International Monetary Fund, which I would also call the International Mother and Father, they are on his neck. Wanamwambia tunataka kuona mazao, tunataka kuona matunda, tunataka kuona yale ambayo umekuwa ukifanya. And not only the international organizations that are on his neck, but also the American governments and the British government. You know, what there is that William Ruto is being accused of presiding over a very corrupt administration. The most corrupt administration ever in the history of Kenya is being presided by William Ruto. And the government of United States of America would like to see a change of this attitude, a change of the way things are done, because ukitazama vizuri, ukichunguza kwa udani, utakuja kugundua ya kwamba after all the same monkeys are in the same forest. They're not even different monkeys. They're the same monkeys that were there in Jubilee, the same monkeys that were there even in the Grand Coalition government. They're the same monkey who are actually in the same forest. And now, here we have the British government, the colonial masters, we have the American government, the new colonialists now telling Kenya that you have to deliver. And again, there is also this issue. So many complaints are happening. If there is one president who is having so many complaints, it is William Samoei Ruto. Kibaki wakati ambapo aliunda baraza la mawaziri, I remember LDP complained a lot. Raila Amolo Odinga gave Mwai Kibaki a list of names to be appointed to the cabinet. But who was Kibaki? Kibaki was a hardliner. Kibaki was not pushover. And many people thought he was a softie. But what he did, he appointed people whom according to him were competent, whom according to him would deliver. And for sure they delivered. And for sure, Mwai Kibaki knew what he was doing. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying in any way to adulate the list that was given by Raila Amolo Odinga. But you see, when you are the president, if you become the president, the buck stops with you. If the cabinet failed, if the government failed, nobody would have blamed Raila Amolo Odinga. But now, the government was able to deliver. Remember watu kama Mishuki, remember watu kama Maitha, remember watu kama Raila Amolo Odinga. There were many, and they were equal to the task. So here, what we are having is a president presiding over a very, very incompetent cabinet. The other thing in my view is that this cabinet meeting is likely to actually discuss the National Dialogue Report, the one that was carried out by Kimani Ichung'wah and Kalonzo Musyoka. You know, it has some issues that need some deliberations. I think William Samoei Ruto wants the cabinet to adapt this report. I think William Samoei Ruto wants even to come out and maybe say, as a government, they are also supporting Raila Amolo Odinga's bid to be the chairman of the African Union Commission. And they must come out and speak in one language. Because all said and done, Raila Amolo Odinga must be supported by William Samoei Ruto, because you need his vote. You need his vote in the voting time, because this is something that will be, we expect some competitions. And what we know is that Raila Amolo Odinga is one who uses a very silent approach, an approach that he calls gather all, scatter none. A very interesting policy, which is not actually understood by many people. Wengi wako tu pale, lakini wajui Raila Amolo Odinga anafanya hivyo. So even at this time, the vote of William Samoei Ruto will count, and Raila Amolo Odinga anajua hivi. So I think to get the credit, to steal the credit from Raila Amolo Odinga, ndio wasemekane kwamba serikali ndio ambayo definitely Raila Amolo Odinga is going to get this post. He's likely to win. Many heads of state are his friends. And the fact that it is coming in East Africa can only mean that Raila has an upper hand. So kile ambacho William Samoei Ruto anataka ni kwamba he want to steal the credit. That after all, sisi ndio husema. After all, sisi ndio ambao tulimpendekeza Raila Amolo Odinga. And by proposing his name, he hoped to garner some of the votes, some of the supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga. And it will be very, very interesting to see how things are going to unfold. So, is it a day of long nights? What do you think, ladies and gentlemen? Do you think William Ruto is going to show the door to some of his loyalists? What do you think? Please leave your comment here and have a blessed day. Bye-bye.